Okay, so you're lifting weights, you want to change your shape, you want to grow some muscle. Why are you not changing? Well, let's say for example, as a guy, okay, and I want to grow muscle. One of the main things I need to focus on is being consistent. So not just doing it for 4 days out of the week. I've got to hit it 7 days. I've got to hit it for a month. I've got to hit it for 3 months. I've got to hit it for 6 months. Changing shape or adding muscle is very difficult. It takes a long period of time. People underestimate how long it actually takes. So let's say, for example, you want to change your or improve your chest development. Doing a 2-week stint on chest isn't going to change it. You've got to do it and be consistent with it for a set period of time. So let's say, for example, we go back to nutrition. Doing 4 days a week in a calorie surplus, because remember, if you want to build muscle, you've got to be eating more than your metabolic rate. So if you're doing that 4 days a week and then the other 3 days you're going out and then under eating massively, well, that is going to impact how much muscle you grow. So let's say, for example, you still do go out, you still have a good social life. Just make sure that day that you go out, the next day you're eating enough and you're doing enough just to keep stimulating muscle growth. Now, the next thing as well is making sure that you're progressively, so obviously you're progressively eating, you're eating more and more. So what you need to do by that, what I mean by that is, let's say for example, you look at your, you check your body fats, you check your measurements, your weight has gone up and you've not put on too much body fat. Okay, cool, add more food, do that again. Now we've got your food on track, what we need to look at, and we're consistent, we're doing that for a month, we're doing that for 2 months, doing that for 3 months, we're adding tissue, we're not adding too much body fat, or if we are, we're pulling back slightly. Then what we need to look at is your training. So are you training properly? Are you training well enough? Are you lifting heavy enough? So what I first do with the client is I'll learn them how to train. I'll learn them to activate the muscles. So what I'll firstly do is I'll assess their posture, I'll assess their physique, assess what muscles are firing. Then I'll learn them how to initiate and how to work the muscles appropriately. Then, without doubt, the king is progressive overload. So what you'll notice is a lot of people do not take a logbook or do not use the notes on the phone to write down every session. So let's say, for example, what most people do is they'll go into the gym. I'll go, all right, what did you bench last week? I think I did 60 for 10. Okay, what are you doing this week? I'll do 60 for 10 again. Even if you're only adding 1 or 2 kilos a week, improving by 5% or 10%, that over a 3-month period might equate to an extra 20 or 30 kilos. Well, trust me, when you're in a calorie surplus and you're doing that, you are going to grow and change muscle. So one of the best things that you can do is log your progress. So write down how much you're lifting, what you did last week, and compare it. If you beat it by 5%, boom. Because when you go and do that, it makes each session exciting because you know what you've got to go and do to beat last session. So first of all, be consistent. Second of all, keep adding more food depending on your body fat levels. And thirdly, learn how to train. And then once you've done that, progressively overload. So keep doing more, whether that's reps or weight, keep doing a little bit more.